Hey there everyone, this is Jonathan Yip, live on the Yip Vacation Show here at the imaginative Disney's Hollywood Studios at the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. Here's my pal Mickey Mouse right here. Everybody say, hey Mickey! Well, I don't think he is responding right now. He probably has some dinner or some show he has to get to. But anyway, we have our show to get to. The Florida Vacation Show must get started now. Stay tuned, everybody. I am so grateful to God that we got to make this first very entertaining and adventurous trip to Florida. Florida had a lot of awesome activities, from getting on thrilling rides at the Walt Disney World Resort to checking out new spaceships and being so curious about space at the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral. The first full day in Florida was one of my favorite parts of the trip. We got to visit the Magic Kingdom, my favorite park in the resort. Specifically, the Magic Kingdom is a Florida version of the Disneyland park in California. Yes, I am from California, Southern California. But this park was a little smaller. Every Disneyland resort has a park with the Magic Kingdom theme. The Magic Kingdom theme comes a lot to my heart, especially Fantasyland, because Fantasyland uses imagination and magic to the fullest to bring all these characters to life and to teach important lessons that you couldn't do elsewhere. After all the magical fun in Fantasyland, we went to Tomorrowland, the land of the future. We also got to see one of my favorite fireworks spectacular, Happily Ever After. That fireworks spectacular touched my heart very deeply, explaining the importance of persistence and following your dreams and believing in them. The second day in Florida, we decided to take a break from the theme park and make a long trip to the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, right on the East Coast. I really enjoyed Cape Canaveral, especially being a long astronomy fan ever since I was little. I first got into astronomy after looking at all the stars, which gave me the curiosity of how many stars are there in the universe? Where does life exist on other planets? And many more. This is what allowed me when I was very little. That's how I got obsessed specifically with math and astronomy. Anyway, back to the Kennedy Space Center. The Kennedy Space Center had a lot of great rockets. We even watched a film at the end talking about our Earth and its future. The future is just really complex. It's this universal term that represents everything that's ahead of us. The future is something I dream about every day, but also worry about, because we don't know what's ahead of us. The third day, we decided to go to the Disney Springs, the Florida version of downtown Disney. We basically walked around the place and all of its restaurants, and also visited my favorite store, the World of Disney. The World of Disney is a big store with a lot of Disney Parks products. I like it better than the regular quote-unquote Disney stores because they sell a lot more things, a lot of things the Disney stores do not carry. After walking through Disney Springs, we visited my favorite hotel in the Walt Disney World Resort, Disney's Art of Animation Resort. Ever since traveling to the Disneyland Resort many times and watching my favorite Disney cartoons, I've always wanted to create my own characters and follow a similar path to Walt Disney's dream to open up an amusement park, to start my own animation studio, which got me all into drawing, animation, and making movies basically, and even taking a lot of photos today. Disney's Art of Animation Resort stands out from the rest because they offer the 3 drawing classes a day, which makes it really a place to learn, a place to meet new people, to do new things. It's something you can't avoid. On the 4th day, we finally got back into this theme park madness. Actually, not madness, let's call it an adventure. On the 4th day, we went to Epcot, EPCOT, which stands for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow, Epcot. Anyway, we went onto the Test Track. Test Track is one of my favorite rides. It's similar to the Radiator Springs Racers back at Disney California Adventure. The track's the same. But what's unique about Test Track is that I got to design my own car and put it onto the tracks. my car did get a pretty good score in the end. I really like Epcot because it represents the future in a way. It combines the futuristic envision of what we think about with all the cultures of the world. Epcot has the best food in the Walt Disney World Resort in my opinion, especially being a Chinese American. I really enjoyed the China Pavilion. They had a lot of great food and great events to see. Even got to see some of my favorite panda cups. Pandas are one of my favorite animals, by the way. We also got to see a lot of the other pavilions. The other pavilions really stood out to us, especially the Japanese pavilion with the Mitsukoshi store and the American pavilion with the center hall where people sang American songs. I even was lucky enough to get a picture with Snow White, one of my favorite Disney princesses. We then got to visit the Seas with Nemo and Friends, which consisted of an awesome aquarium you guys cannot miss. On the 5th day of our trip, we went to Disney's Animal Kingdom, and I could already tell from you guys, there is no doubt that I was excited for this day. I have loved animals ever since I was little, my 3 favorite animals being the rabbit, the panda, and the dog. Animals have touched my heart in a very loving and inspiring way. Animals have inspired many of our cartoon characters we see today. They have helped those who are lonely and gave them a new friend or pal to hang out with. Animals that we have as pets. Pets are basically adopted children into our family. We give them instructions, we parent them, we help them to survive. We basically take care of them. Animals are also act like people in a lot of ways. They have a lot of similar traits as us. I spent the day sketching a lot of animals in the animal exhibits and getting on some thrilling and adventurous rides such as the Kilimanjaro Safari. I could not have asked for a better day on this trip than day 6. You know why? Day 6 touched my heart very deeply. On day 6, we visited Disney's Hollywood Studios, a theme park that combined the fame of Hollywood with the magic of Disney. Hollywood and Burbank were where many of our cartoon characters and our movies were created. It was where many of our music was composed, where many of our actors played their scenes, where many of our films were shot into action. Hollywood and Burbank mean a lot to my heart. It's also where a lot of the people welcome you. It's where a lot of the entertainment and nightlife happen. Anyway, let's get back to our day 6 itinerary here. Day 6 was also a very memorable day for me because I got to do some acting and perform in front of everyone in the Indiana Jones Spectacular. I am very grateful to Mindy and the Lord for giving me this opportunity. I also got to watch the Star Wars March and ride many attractions, as well as take pictures with more characters, including my favorite Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and another one of my favorite Disney princesses, Sophia the First. Unfortunately, all fun and entertaining trips like this one have to come to an end. it was time to head back home to California. Florida was a very spectacular state, with a lot of distinct venues like the Walt Disney World Resort and the Kennedy Space Center, each with their own special vision at heart. I will miss Florida a lot, and I hope to come back again real soon. Thank you all for taking the time out of your busy day to watch my movie. So long for now. Actually, I got one more thing to show you, so hang on tight. So as you can tell, for all the videos you have seen, for all the photos you have seen, from very inspiring characters to very entertaining shows, the Disney experience is truly a very enjoyable one and a very magical one that will come to your hearts forever. So if you have never taken your children to the Walt Disney Studios or any Disney experience, you will need to take them real soon. I mean it, take them real soon, because an inspiration and a brighter future is waiting for you here. I was inspired, and now it's your turn to be inspired. I really wish all of you who come will be inspired by the brightest and the best of that magic and creativity has to offer. So what are you waiting for? Come to the Disney parks today. More vacation videos like this one are on the way. Make sure to hit that subscribe button.